Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Roy Jones. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm doing good, man. How about yourself? Right
Doing
here?
great, doing great.
I'll try making it quick, obviously, because everyone's kind of in a rush. First and foremost, right? We already got done with this, Misfits event, Misfits 16. It's influencer boxing, right? What do from the years you've been boxing, and now we're here in this level of influencer boxing. What do you make of influencer boxing as of right now?
Influence boxing is a good thing because right now people have not been able to get the fights they want to see in real boxing. The fight card we had with Terrence Crawford last week was the best card I've probably seen in 10, 12 years, maybe even 15 years. So that's the first time you had a lot of 50-50 fights on the card, you understand me?
Yeah.
But other than that, we haven't been getting that. So Misfits came in and started giving these YouTubers who get pretty good following behind them, put them with another guy who's almost the same, and they're getting 50-50 fights. And people have been starving for 50-50 fights. So since we've been starving so hard for 50-50 fights, Misfits came and kind of gave them a fix, gave it a way to make it 50-50 fights again, and people tuning into it.
For sure, and I think it's been very exciting for sure, especially with the last couple fights in this card, right? Yep. And kind of following along with that, right? Obviously, it's kind of influencer boxing, however you want to judge it, right? Jake Paul in November going against Mike Tyson. You've gone in the ring with Mike Tyson before too. What do you kind of make of that fight, and who do you have winning, if you don't mind me asking?
That's a really tough fight to call right now because Jake has done so much better and gotten so much better. Just like I saw Anthony Taylor tonight. Anthony Taylor has improved tremendously since the last time I saw him. So these guys get into boxing and they take it serious. Jake has really gotten good. So if Jake can land a good punch on Mike, it's going to be problematic for Mike. But if Jake also can take Mike into the late rounds, with Mike being 58 years old, that would give Jake probably his best advantage because to trade with Mike to this day still is stupid because Mike is pound for pound one of the hardest hitting fighters to ever grace the earth. So.
For sure, and I mean, kind of to go along with that for sure. If you were, let's say hypothetically, Jake Paul in this camp, right? If you were to give him, advice on how to get in the ring with Mike Tyson, how would you beat him, especially at this age? What would you tell him in terms of advice getting in that ring?
Jab, do no rope-a-dope, but move around him. Don't engage with him in the first 2 rounds. Take your time, jab, try to get some of the energy out of him, make him miss a few times, clinch him, push him backwards. Then by the 3rd or 4th round, you can start trying to hit him a little bit more and try to start tagging him by the 3rd or 4th round. Every now and then, when he come back at you, don't fight back with him. And by the 5th or 6th round, now you start trying to fight him because he is 58 years old.
Yeah.
You can't erase time.
For sure. And, one last thing, right? I'll just wrap it up right here. If for any kids who are wanting to get into boxing, right, what is your biggest advice to them? And, what I would say your biggest advice to if people want to start boxing?
Just find somebody who understands the sport. Find somebody who's been to the top of the game that can take you to the top of the game because if they don't have the experience or they haven't been to the top of the game, it ain't but 1 or 2 people that ever been lucky enough to take a fighter to that level, and that's 1 out of trillions of people. So,
All right, perfect. Seriously, thank you so much for this. Seriously, it means a lot to me. Seriously.